Okay. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Apocalypse World, the Outlands. This is an Apocalypse World second edition game that was set up on the Gauntlet, that is the Gauntlet-RPG, where I found all these wonderful people, most of whom I have played with before, but I have a newbie that I am quite excited to see how works with this world. This is a gun bereft setting of Apocalypse World, and if you like indie games and more story focused, narrative focused games, check out the Gauntlet at thegauntlet-rpg.com. I am Sawyer of Ferretheim Games. I also answer to Ferret, either or. Pronouns wise, gender fluid, void, gender apathetic, whatever you want to call it. Any pronouns are fine if said with respect. You cannot misgender me unless you're being an ass. Don't be an ass. For all the guys, gals, and non-binary pals out there, I hope you will enjoy the world we set up and the way we go about destroying it. So, with that lovely spiel out of the way, let's introduce our players and the characters they're going to be bringing to the world. So, are we all fine if we go in character keeper order? Are we ready that way? Uh, okay, so let's start with Steven.
Yeah, hi there. I'm Steven, he, him, and I'm going to be playing the Hocus. I'm still ironing out the last few things, but right now they're called Web. Do you want me to go through the full character intro now, or did you want to introduce folks first?
If you have the idea of your character at the moment, feel free to introduce what you'd
Yeah,
like, and we can alter it as characters come up if needed.
Web
Always.
is sort of perhaps the host might be a better way of describing it, of a kind of endless celebration of the end of all things. The great gods are dead and hungry and will eat us eventually, but there's time to celebrate until then.
Intriguing. What are the great gods to your people?
Oh, once they fed upon each other, there were stories of when seers devoured the Macy's and whatnot. But now their hunting grounds are all gone, and they only have us to feed upon now.
Oh, this I like. Yes, that works. So next is our faceless with Kyle.
Hi, I'm Kyle, he, any, and I'm playing Rigor Mortis, she, her. She is the Faceless, and I made her solely because I really like the Faceless move Norman, where my mask talks to me. And yeah, technically her name is Rigor, and she calls her mask Mortis, but I'm a sucker for a terrible pun.
Yeah, you're a crystal gem. We get it.
Well, seeing as Master Blaster has never been a thing, this is perfectly fine and original. I love it. That's good. Up next, Joel.
Yeah, hi. Joel, he, him pronouns. I am playing as of yet unnamed Skinner, since naming is the hardest part in any RPG. She has kind of luxwear, beautiful face, shadowed eyes, expressive hands. I kind of imagine, like in a lot of apocalypse media, kind of how people take like stuff from our time and completely misconstrue it. She, from like a group of people who took like geishas, companions from like Firefly, maybe even like burlesque dancers and stuff, and kind of like misunderstood what it's all about. And so they kind of see themselves as like the culture keepers for society, or like, the entertainment, more like tea ceremony, dancing, showing people like entertainment stuff, not necessarily like, um, sexual favors or stuff like that, since that happens enough in the apocalypse. They don't need to like spend money on that. They spend money on like the good stuff.
I like that. The kind of idea, if I want sex, I can go get sex. I want tea. I want like
Mm-hmm.
peace and luxury.
Mm-hmm.
That's really nice. And last but definitely not least by the looks of it, Joe.
I'm Joe. My pronouns are they, them. And I'm playing the battle babe, Julia Alais Ducroix. Ba-ba, virtual background, activate. She's very fancy, very French, like inspired by ancient French Rococo period. She's got like a really fancy rapier that's very valuable. Got like the pommels carved into like the ornate rose and stem for the hilt. But as you can see, always ridiculous outfit and hat.
Well, you've got to have a hat in this
Yeah.
kind of world. It's no outfit without a hat.
Yeah, totes.
Okay, and those are our characters. So let me check out the world itself and see if we need to add anything in as just to let those out there know that the prime scarcity of the Outlands are guns and bullets, books, and status. What is available in abundance are drinking water, staple food, and drugs. Drugs are generally used as there is medicine left over, but if you're feeling too bad, you may just like drink a lot of alcohol and hope it's gone by the morning. And the psychic maelstrom is unknown as of yet. I wanted to get all of y'all's input on that. Do we want to see like decide what it is beforehand, or just try to find out and see what it's like in play? Because I'm fine either way.
I'm good either way.
I'm good either way.
Okay, let's find out and play then. It seems there doesn't seem to be any
Okay.
super strong feelings. So let's go back around and start seeing how our characters know one another. And with history. So, Webb, do you want to start us off?
Sure. So my first question, and this can actually, any of you can answer yes to this if you want. Which of you are my followers? And followers here, as I've said, is kind of a loose term because I don't really have a cult. I have a scene. And the scene is the kind of endless end of the world party that I am throwing at any given moment.
I think it might make sense for my character to be one of your followers. If nothing else, like there's probably a steady stream of business at any of the parties
Yeah.
that you throw.
Cool. And I forget if it's that I tell you what to write or I write it. I always forget that.
You write down. So you
Okay,
get HX
right.
+2 with our scanner. And
Cool. Does anyone else want to volunteer, or otherwise it's okay, that sounds like a no. So the other question I have is, one of you, I've seen your soul. Which one?
Totally down for that.
What did your soul look like? What did I see?
Wow. I didn't plan this far ahead. No. I don't know. What did you see? That's terrible. So like let me just tell you a bit about her, I guess, and then like maybe you could like make up some fun stuff. Like she's like I see her as like the wandering Ronin type, but she's so very extra and lavish, like unlike the actual stereotypical wandering Ronins that were usually working day to day. She's like the type that goes around and thinks she belongs in the upper crusts of those with status. She clearly dresses as such, and always willing to get into a fight, as it were, to prove her superiority.
Oh dear, I see the insecurity in you. There's no need to try to you'll never be one of them. You should just devour what you can and burn with the rest of us.
Outrageous.
Yeah. And so yeah,
Unforgivable.
and I only have like the 2 questions because one of them is a kind of open to any one question. But and then for everyone else, I write HX +1 because I'm a good and quick judge of character.
Not bad. And up next, Rigger, you and Mortis. Let's see your history.
All right. So, which one of you helped me do something terrible? Personally, I'm kind of leaning towards Webb. Like maybe I did something terrible at one of your get-togethers, and you helped me cover it up for some reason.
I mean, my followers do have a want of savagery. I mean, maybe you attended one of my parties. Things got a little bit out of hand. Mortis started whispering to you. And it was artfully done, even if it was a bit excessive.
Sounds good. And which one of you was once kind and unafraid toward me?
I'm good
I
for that.
Okay.
Unless Joel wants it.
I think either of the next two.
Yeah, I was the same.
Skinner.
I was
Yeah.
like, either of the next two I'm good with, so.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah. I mean, hey, if you want to think I'm pretty, feel free.
I think the Skinner's pretty. I'll just put
Oh,
this.
I read it the other way around too.
There we go. And that's my questions.
Okay.
So mine are, which one of you is my friend? This feels like gym class. Who wants to be my friend?
Oh.
I'm getting kind of like an odd couple vibe between like the faceless and the Skinner. So maybe I'm your friend, or at least I
Okay.
want to be.
Yeah, I like that. Okay. And then which one of you is my lover?
Well, we do party together.
Yeah, I'm
is
good with
true.
either of the next two as well. So.
Okay. I kind of like the idea of like whatever happens under the influence of some drugs happens under the influence of some drugs at one of your parties. And then, Julia, are you fine with being in love
Yeah,
with
totally.
me? Cool. Okay. That
And
is all of mine.
I care
Julia,
for
test
fancy
the
things.
waters.
Yeah, mine aren't as fun, I guess. Let me go. Webb, can I trust your character?
Oh, probably not really, if I'm being
Alright.
honest.
+3. Rigor mortis, can I trust your character?
I don't think so, because you never know when the mask is gonna. Oh,
You're muted.
sorry. I don't think you can trust me because you never know when the mask is gonna tell me to do something terrible.
All right. And unnamed Skinner, can I trust your character?
It's funny. I don't think so. No. I
No
think there's too
problem.
likely to just,
Look,
like,
I get more
compliment you.
HX if I can't trust you, so.
You've just been sweeping the
HX is
floor.
good, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is your
I
eyes
mean,
cold?
you are a traveling Ronin. You blew into town. I barely know any of these fucking people, and already somebody is talking about my soul.
Mm-hmm. It's fair. Yeah. So for the characters I can't trust, right? +3 HX and
Ice cold's going to be fun.
yeah. Let's see. Yep. The rest doesn't matter.
Hey, let's start fleshing out this world then.
Quick thing before I forget to mention it. If anyone manages to like get my mask off somehow, you immediately get +3 HX with me, or you get set to +3 HX with me, and I'm -1 to everything until I get the mask back.
Oh dear.
Interesting.
Yeah. But Julia, you say you're a sword for hire?
I guess. Yeah.
Who was the last person to hire you? And
Some
did it go?
NPCs,
Yeah,
or are we making up an NPC thing?
these are NPCs, I guess,
Okay.
or these are the loaded questions. Who hired you, and how did it go?
All right. I need to think of a name. Let's see. I'm going to look up some things. Camilla Vox hired me. She's she's one of like the I guess in like Outland she's one of the or
Errands.
into the yeah one of the one of the Baron types, and it went fine. Like I easily defeated the person that she wanted dueled.
Ooh. And okay, so and I like that. And I guess the other. Do you have a rival? If so, whom?
Yes, always gotta have rivals. Rivals are fun. Uh, let's look up other names. Electra Xenakis with an X. It's an X, not a Z at the end. She is a rival. We've trade wins and losses and more many times over the years.
That's fine.
We train together, don't like each other, and
I
yet
was waiting for.
there's
I was like, we traded more. It's like, ah, now what is this more? It's like, oh, I see.
oh yeah no.
Sorry about that. It's like, keep waiting. And that's good with yeah, we'll see those two in play definitely. So I guess next I'll do Rigger. It seems that you are pretty scarred under your mask, aren't you?
Yes, absolutely.
Who did that to you?
Uh, so we don't have a hard holder playbook. Can I say that there's like one of the big guys in town, the settlement?
Yeah, you can make like a settlement owner and a settlement with this, like a settlement like where that is like the punishment if you would like, or anything of that kind of nature.
Okay, absolutely then. I think there is like a settlement with a leader named, oh, what's that? There's a name that I always love to involve from the GM guide here. Let's go with Jackabacca, just because I like the name. I used to be part of his settlement like a long time ago, and I pissed him off, and he, scarred up my face real bad and kicked me out. And then I came back with a mask that talks to me.
Oh, so you're back. We're back in his settlement then.
Yeah, sounds good.
Ooh. And who gave you your mask? Are they still with us?
Oh, that's a good one. I think I just ran into someone out in like the wilds who nursed me back to health, gave me the mask, and then like vanished mysteriously.
Ooh.
And
Did they give you your mask and sword, maybe?
Ooh, that sounds good. Oh, and let's call her Dust Witch.
Ooh. Oh, I like the idea that there just are dust witches out here. If that's okay with you.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Oh, this slaps. I'm good with this. Joel, do you have a name for your Skinner yet?
Yeah, she is Vika Duranti.
Could you let me check the character keeper real quick?
Oh,
Vika. Gotcha. I didn't know if I heard Mika or Vika. So, who is your best client? Never handsy, never vulgar.
I think there's a local kind of doctor who doesn't have a ton of money, but they're lonely, so they kind of like save up money, and maybe like once every 6 months, once every year, they're able to afford enough money for like a little tea ceremony, nothing too fancy. And they're kind of like this sweet, well-meaning person.
And what's their name?
Their name is what's some of the names in the book? We'll say Joshua.
Okay. And ooh, who liked you? Who likes your company so much that they joined Webb's cult to stay next, or Webb's group? Let's not be vulgar here. To stay close.
Um, it's a newcomer who kind of came from what's it called in the show, outside of the
Into the
Badlands.
Badlands, yeah.
Yeah, from outside of it, they kind of got through the wall or whatever, and their name is Lemur, and they're just kind of creepy. Like, they don't really say a lot, but like whenever you look over, they're just kind of sitting there looking at Vika or like looking at anyone, and then when you realize that you see them looking, they just kind of scatter away and don't really talk to people.
I see. Okay, Webb. Um, uh, where is your holy site, and what is it?
Oh, I think it was the old the uh the old hunting ground of these great behemoths, the Mall, spelled Maul. Of course.
Like that, and oh, now that's seems something could happen in game better. So who produces the best drugs in the Outland? Always clean, always pure.
Oh, I think that would be Boyardee. Some of us call him Chef.
Gotcha. Yeah, and I also want to say I forgot that you were playing the Hocus. Feel free if you would like to take one of like a weapon or a piece of armor, since the Hocus got updated and burned over to start with like at least a self defense weapon. So
Oh, okay.
like I'd figure like if you'd like with this setting having the martial arts, like maybe just you can throw punches well.
Okay.
Like never no, you don't actually have like anything on you. It's just yeah.
All right, I'll mark that down then.
Yeah, with that, it seems like we are set. We are in Jacobacca's settlement to start. We have a nice range of characters. Are you saying something, Julia?
No, I finally read the Battle Babes special, the sex move. I'm like, oh, that's disappointing. Or just negates the other person's sex move.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh,
Because nothing ties you down.
yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. So with that, we are 30 minutes in. So I mean, if we're ready to get like a session 0.5 in, I think we can get going.
Sure.
Okay, with the roll dice for friends link in the chat, I found that that is much more stable than roll for your party. Just type your name on this little thing. You can type your name into the name of the dice roller, then roll a 2d6 kind of thing. So yeah, roll. Let's start with the fortunes and see how we begin this session. And I think someone else has scent of blood, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, I do.
So, oh wait, no, we need to do highlights first. Damn, I am
Right.
used to burned over. Webb, who highlights for you
And it's the person that has the highest, right?
the highest?
And if there's a tie, I just pick.
You just pick.
Okay. Yeah, since Julia is going to be getting a lot of opportunities here, I'm going to hand it over to Rigor Mortis. No, not Rigor Mortis. Yeah, Rigor Mortis.
You have to give it to Julia. She has 3.
I thought
only
Rigor
has
Mortis
2.
also has 3.
No, Rigor has 2 as your follower. Oh no, Rigor has 1, and
Yeah.
Oh, who I have the highest on.
yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, then it is Julie. Then it's Vika. Sorry.
No, it's Julia.
Yeah.
Oh, Julie. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, sorry. I'm just getting confused.
No
It's
My
okay.
problem.
apologies.
Don't worry. Highlight that weird. I will always give everyone the biggest one. So
Yeah, let me check your moves to make sure I'm not screwing you over. So fortunes, charismatic. Oh, and you should have weird 3. So yeah.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to update that.
And it seems like you're going to be doing a lot of drugs. Let's keep your cool.
Okay, that's fair.
Rigor. Let's.
Webb has the most. I have the most history on Webb.
Yep. So web highlight for our faceless. Steven?
Sorry, I just forgot my own name. Let me just check here. Yeah, I want to see some chatting with this mask, so I'll mark weird.
And I want to see some revenge. I'll mark hard.
All right.
Vika, who highlights for you?
For me, it is Rigor.
Okay. In that case, I think my character thinks you're pretty, so I'm going to mark you're hot.
Perfect.
And someone needs to be smart. Let's highlight your sharp. Question that fiction. And Julia, pick from everyone.
yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna just roll one singular die. 1 to 2, web. 3 to 4, so on and so forth. 5, 6. So Vika.
I mean, you're the cool wandering swordsman, so I'll highlight cool.
Okay.
And I mean, you are pretty. Let's highlight that hot.
All right.
So yeah, now we can do the fortunes roll, followed by the scent of blood.
So for the fortune, is it just a flat 2d6?
It's 2d6 plus their fortunes, which I think Webb's is 1, so that is a 9.
I'm glad to see that we're pulling over here. That is a 4.
I thought that would be that looked like a 9.
No, that was Rigor's roll.
Oh, Rigor, you got with your weird. That's a 9. So, oh dear, that's not good.
Yep.
Well, Rigor, you hold 1. You can be in, and you mark experience because you rolled weird. Oh yeah, experience in this game. Whenever you roll your highlighted stat, you mark experience. So yeah, that is a bet. Your followers are in your wants of desertion and savagery.
Yep.
Mm. But they're not stupid, at least.
I mean, I suppose that's a benefit.
Yeah, so I think I know the. I think I have the idea for a setup if we if we want to be hard framed, or do
Should
you
we
want?
also be doing spend start of session barter?
No, this is the first
Okay.
session, so that doesn't occur.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think Vika, you and if I may set this up, you have just finished pouring like the final cup of tea for Julia, who is experiencing some luxury from her after her job from Camilla Vox. I mean, Camilla had told you about Vika and her tea ceremony, so I mean, you have to try it out, don't you?
Well, I'm well aware of Vika, so
Okay.
I'm
Oh
the one in
dear.
love with her.
Oh shit! Right? Yeah. So, I mean, you don't even need much of an excuse. So,
Nope.
and that is when, as the final drop of tea is poured, that's when like conversation can be had. When it's time that the music is over, when it's time to talk, and right before you can get the first words out of your lips, someone is thrown into like through the door at the where the tea ceremony is taking place. Uh, the door splinters. He falls through, and Vika, the one that you know as friendly when he's high, but has horrible withdrawal symptoms, has thrown one of your other um, friends with your druggy friends through your door and is stomping in. Vika, damn it! Where the hell's the? I know you have something in here. I need something to take the edge off. Give me your sake.
And Vika kind of like looks apologetically at Julia, like, I'm so sorry about this.
I'm
One
just
sec.
glaring at this person. I'm like, unforgivable.
And she's gonna go up to the guy and kind of like try and get him outside and say, like, look behind you and look at that let's see, what's your most intimidating weapon? Look at that sword that he's holding. You do not want to make a scene here, darling.
Ooh, sounds like you are manipulating this savage, this person going through savagery. Let's
Yeah. So that would be
2d6 plus hot.
okay. So that is a 6 total.
Do you
So
want to
bad.
help Julia by like reaching for your sword, perhaps?
Oh, I mean, yes, I will. I was planning on like doing that anyway, but
Yeah, roll
as I'm like unsheathing it, just like my eyes are locked with this.
yeah, and
This
don't forget to mark your speed.
interloper. So
2d6 plus 3.
okay. And do we mark XP on a miss?
No, just
Okay.
on highlight
Yeah.
stats.
So it'll be a 7 total then.
Okay, so you get a +1, Vika. That is a 7. And I think he notices the sword and like reaches down for his own knife and realizes it's not there, and starts stepping back and just looks strung out, but not strung out enough that he's willing to die over it. Fine, I'll wait
You will-
outside, but
You will apologize.
and he looks down at the guy who was thrown through the door. I'm sorry.
Not to him.
He looks very confused now, and
You've interrupted my time.
you can get more. She does this all the time.
Oh. I guess I just fully draw the sword on him then.
Are you going aggro?
I think so. Yeah.
Roll plus cool.
I'm very angry at this person. It's an insult. 7 plus my cool is
It's a
3.
10.
So that's a 10. And I'm marking XP, right?
Yes, you do.
So the only marked means, what does marked mean when you say
Highlighted. That
What-
means the marked thing on the.
that's like when you
Oh, that's
death thing
this.
or
No, this was that was back when this was an Apocalypse World first edition.
Okay, okay,
When you would subtract stats from when you came
Okay.
back from life. Yeah.
okay. So wait, do I mark? Oh,
No,
okay.
no, you just do the XP. Yeah,
Okay,
So,
thank you.
yeah, he throws up his hand. You draw the sword. He screams, just scrabbles backwards and runs out of the room.
Oh yeah, but so I guess I had to make it clear. I wanted them obviously to apologize and then leave. Obviously, so
Yeah.
they have to choose: force your hand and suck it up, or cave and do what you want.
Yeah. So then I guess he will. He he bows to you,
Mhm.
really swiftly, still looking. I think it's kind of an improper bow as he's not taking his eyes off the sword.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very sorry. He like starts dragging the guy out. I'll fix the door. It's on me.
What's that? Sheathe the blade. I'm sorry that your time was interrupted as well, Vika. Such acts are unforgivable.
Nothing to apologize for, my hero. But I am sorry you did pay good money for this. I'd be more than happy to add on a musical performance as an apology for the interruption.
I would very much treasure hearing you sing.
And then she'll kind of go back to like finalizing the tea ceremony. It's probably like Japanese green tea, but then with like cucumber sandwiches from like England and just like a bunch of mismatched stuff. She's like, "While you enjoy this, I'll go get the instruments and some incense to clear the room, as it were."
Yeah. Do we want to call the scene there? Or do you want to run into someone while you're getting that?
I think it might make sense, like if one person's trying to get some of the good stuff, maybe someone else like went around through the back door.
Yeah. So
to
yeah,
get something.
Rigger, you saw. I think you've seen. I mean, you're not part of this cult, but you keep track of Vika, and I think you've heard that someone was talk of someone raiding her sake supply, and when you went to check on her, you see this big, rugged, like Amazoness, like this. In our term, she would be a perfect WNBA player. In this term, it just looks like she can easily swing that sledgehammer she's dragging, and she is peering into Vika's current residence, and after sticks close to the wall, doesn't notice he was this guy dragging out the man he tackled through the door to clean him up, and then goes inside.
I think I'm gonna go after because this is interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, and Vika, you are exiting to get your incense, to get your musical instruments, and it's everything's there. There is a mess. You can tell that this guy was like checking through your stuff before he got to your room, and there's just like some spilled tea, some fragrances that are mixing terribly in the air now because the oils got mingled, and I think like this affront to your senses might make it so you can't hear the person coming into the door through the door. So do you want to act under fire to see if you are, or just let the narrative push and see what happens?
I think like at the last minute she catches something. Like she kind of goes in, there's all the senses, and there's a moment of like, well, I never, like, who did this? And then out of the corner of her eye sees kind of something going on. So act under fire.
Yeah, roll act under fire with cool.
That is a 10.
Okay, I like to imagine like you're staring at these oils that are mingling together. Like there's this drop of golden liquid, and you see this shape behind you, and you turn around, and this big, burly, just muscular woman is standing there with a sledgehammer, and she places it down. I I seem to be late. Sorry.
No, nothing. Nothing to apologize for. Why aren't you a specimen? I didn't even hear you come in. And she's kind of trying to see if she can see out in the main room to see if like Julia hears anything or is fine.
Yeah,
Uh,
Julia can definitely hear this if she wants.
Totally. Yeah.
yeah.
I've come to get you, to offer my services to you. And Julia, I think as you come out, you see this big, brawny woman kneeling down before Vika, still about Vika's height at this point, but now like lays this sledgehammer down at her feet in the way of some wandering cell blades or cell bludgeons in this manner.
Yeah, like arch an eyebrow, but this is a respectful thing, so I'm like, all right. She's not trying to just abduct Vika, so then I would have an issue. But so I'm just gonna like stand back and watch. I'm like, all right, this is intriguing. What am I reading a sitch? I guess.
Yeah, you can.
Is it a charged situation?
It
I don't
is.
know.
You can read a person too if you'd like.
Oh yeah. There's that. I forgot all these good moves. Yeah, I want to read this person that's kneeling. It's sharp, right?
It is sharp.
Flat roll, baby. 8. So
You hold one. You get to ask one question during this conversation or right now.
let's see. What does your character intend to do?
You can see the tenseness in her muscles. You can see the anger in her eyes, and I think you can figure out that she has come with a message for Vika to deliver. Um, she intends to tell Vika about the plan against her, not
Oh.
the woman, but the plan against Vika.
Okay. All right. So I'm at the ready, but since I don't think she's actually intending harm to Vika, I'm gonna just let this watch this play out.
And I think Rigger is probably going to sidle up next to you with like a wave and, the sword out, just like, kind of signaling like, I'm
I
here
do
too.
that, the hand hold up.
I think Vika kind of like arches an eyebrow at like the offering my services comment, and she's like, interesting. What kind of services would I need someone of your talents for?
Then you've not heard. Jakabaka has laid claim to you. He is to take you as his next wife.
And at that, she kind of, before she can stop herself, is like, well, he can try. I suppose I have not heard. I mean, it's not uncommon for barons to try and lay claim to, people such as myself, but it is very inappropriate or scandalous to do so without their permission. What else have you heard about that?
I have. Oh. Do you want to read a person as well?
I think I do want to read a person.
Yeah.
So
roll plus sharp.
That is a 10.
Yeah, you hold 3 that you may spend to ask questions from the list during this conversation. And do you want to ask one right now or listen to her answer and then ask?
For sure, kind of, is the character telling the truth? Like,
yes.
Okay, perfect. And then, yeah, I'll hear her answer.
He has found his most recent wife to have been infertile. He reckons that he is angry to have wasted his time, and she says this like the way of, wasted his time, kind of just that disgust of him treating it that kind of way, and just turns away like, I I could not save her. I can save you.
Well, I certainly do appreciate the offer. I'm not really, one with a blade myself, so it's always nice having strapping people such as yourself. And she kind of looks at like Julia and Rigor also to surround myself with. And then I'll use another hold to kind of ask, what does our character wish I would do?
Your character wishes you would heed her word and get out of here as soon as possible.
Okay.
Do you need assistance, Vika? And yourself? I don't believe we've been introduced.
She looks over at Julia. Forsythia.
I do the hat bow, outlandish bow. Julia.
Hi, I'm Rigor. Knock on the mask. This is Mortis.
Yeah, and at that, Forsythia jumps and is just lifting that sledgehammer up with way too much ease and grace, and then sees Rigor, sees Mortis. Oh, didn't notice you there. Ah, terrifying.
Thank you. We try.
Well, I certainly might need assistance for what's to come in. But I mean, I don't know if I want to leave this place. I mean, Webb's parties are here, and God, I know I might die, but I just don't want to give them up. I mean, how hard can taking out a Baron be? You're all strong folk. I'm sure you could do that for little old me.
Maybe we should take residency at the estate of Camilla Vox. She throws grand parties and isn't a foul monster in human flesh.
That is true. I have worked with her before.
I have
Her
a question.
Are good.
Yeah.
Was Vika trying to manipulate us all?
Oh, I would say, are you trying to?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I always forget about all the moves in here. I think so, yeah. Like,
Okay.
definitely
Yeah.
trying to get you guys to do
Because it's not hard to manipulate me. So-
Yeah, let's manipulate Julia into fighting your battles for you.
but you also get an XP for doing that. So.
Yeah.
That is
Sweet.
true. Ooh, nice. That is a 12.
Okay. So yeah.
It's not hard. I don't believe it's hard at all to take out a Baron. I'm sure I could do it much faster than either of these two.
Oh, perfect. I'm sure it wouldn't be hard for you either. And it'll go even faster if y'all work as a team.
It may be quite difficult for you, Julia, for Mortis said I should give him to her, and I find it hard to kill the dead.
Trying to piece out what you actually just said there. I'm like, wait, what?
I'm going to kill him before you, so you won't have a chance to kill him.
Oh, okay.
I was curious, Rigor. Are you wondering what Mortis thinks about all this?
You know what? Yeah, actually, I think I am just gonna be allowed. Like, I don't know, Mortis. Do you think we should work with him, or should we go it alone? And yeah, I'm gonna do the Norman move. 8 plus my weird, that's a 9. So on 7 to 9, take a +1 if you do what the mask wants, and act under fire if you don't.
I think. How does Mortis speak to you? Is it like in your mind? Is it actual words? Is it sensations?
I think I hear actual words, like it, like it really is talking aloud to me. I don't think anyone else can overhear, but
So I feel like this mask starts like clenching on your head until like it's all. You just don't know how when you push on your head, like you can hear the blood in your ears more. Like the pumping starts turning into the dust from outer in the wilds, and you can hear like through the dust that witch that talked to you and got you back on your feet. Blood, blood in the sand, Jackabaca's blood on our blade. It seems the right thing to do. Don't you agree? I'm
I
tired
nod.
of waiting.
I nod and like, yes, yes. Mortis agrees. I should go kill Jackabacca now. You should stay away. I need to get him first.
Forsythia looks at Julia, looks at Rigger, looks at Vika. Seems like she sighs and wonders if she's made a mistake. Yeah, with this gung ho gang, let's check in. Webb, where are you? Are you dealing with your followers at the moment? The fallout, or do you want me to hard frame something for you?
Uh, sure. Yeah, I think I'm probably dealing with my followers, but sure. What do you have in mind?
I was thinking that you might be at the a smaller shrine, a strip mall, so to say,
Mm-hmm.
and that your followers are. I think you've been here for a week or so, just partying, and the drugs have just run out, and now like your followers are just destroying this place because a lot of them are just on we're on some bad shit. It's coming down.
I'll have to talk about to Boyardee about correcting this in the next mix.
Um, I think on your part, I think you're also seeing like this. You recognize the door as being in Vika's current residence as let's say Grant is dragging Garth behind him, and Grant looks strung out as hell, and Garth looks unconscious.
I yeah, I take a look at them and Grant, uh I hope that you haven't done too much permanent damage to him.
Grant shrugs. I don't know. I mean, he wouldn't let me in Vika's room, and I just wanted some alcohol.
What am I doing here? I think that I look and haven't I told you that that anyone laying hands on in violence on Vika is off limits.
You mean
She's
like,
too precious to this community to be spent like that.
oh, are you going to make an example of Grant?
I didn't think of that, but yeah. Should I be rolling something here?
It sounds like you may be manipulating him into either accepting this uh, reaction or maybe acting
Yeah,
up fire to like have other.
I think yeah, I'm manipulating him. Sounds
Okay.
right. Okay, and that's a 10.
There we go. And he hangs his head. I'm just my head, and I understand. And what is just out of character? What is the since he did not lay hands on her in violence? Is this like sort of like a let off with a lesser punishment kind of thing, or like you have to dry out for 2 weeks kind of thing?
Yes, there. We're just going to do a little recall on you, and once that's up, you'll be back and partying with us again.
Ooh, and so just for my information, that means he's just not allowed to do drugs for a while.
Yeah.
Okay, and he looks really oh yeah, and he does look angry at that, but he will. I think he stops dragging Garth, leaves Garth at your feet, and will walk off to go vent to some of the others and vent himself at like breaking down this strip mall.
Yeah, well, they'll get it out of their system eventually. I bend down. Are you all right?
Garth is still unconscious movie wise.
Wondering, I'm wondering if something's going on over at Jackabaca's place. I mean, Boyardee does operate out of there, and usually we can expect better batches from him.
Ooh. Yeah, I think oh Webb, that's when I think Jackabacca sounds like a very showy kind of bastard. So I think that's when like the powdery Mad Max Fury Road style flare fires off. This one a orange and red that signifies a execution, calling people in for to witness. What do you do, Webb?
I think I gesture over to a few of the members of my cult. I'll just take a look over at the Hocus and just give them some names. Uh, Lost and Want. Actually, no, I think they're siblings. They're Want and Must.
Here and now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going I'm going to need you two to accompany me over to see Jackabacca. Apparently he's going kill crazy again.
Must looks over. I don't know. It's just the one flare. It's not like it's a black flare. Flare. It's not like he's killing off many people. And want I think like
It's always but yeah, go ahead.
I think want pulls on Must's ears. Like one execution is too many, idiot.
Yes, before you know it, he'll be executing entire villages as is his wont. Not you.
Want and they will go with you as I think and as you are leaving, there's a camera pan to see Grant like start whispering to some other member that is like kicking the wall of the strip mall.
None of you give anything to Grant, I shout back.
Yeah,
He knows what he's done.
and I think since we were all in, let's take a break now until 10 after the hour, and I will see how we all come together in this session. No one wants the Skinner to die. Die to get married. I guess this is Apocalypse World.
And I appreciate it.
She's married. I can't employ her services. Duh.
Mm-hmm.
To be fair, I mostly want to kill Jakabaka for unrelated reasons, but
She
I'll
also
take
did
it.
manipulate us, so
yeah.
which
That was
fair. I was going to do anyway, but
But
I also
now
think
you,
it's pretty likely he's murdered my drug dealer. So
yeah, I think we will meet up with like. I imagine like this is a freehold, sort of in the same way of the barony of Quinn and Into the Badlands. Like there is like the different places in town. Like not everything is just that huge manor. But as you are making your way towards the remnant that Jakabaka lives in, I think you all are going through town. Vika, are you going with them, or did you send them off and decide to stay on your own?
I think it was definitely tempting at first. But then like maybe something with like, she kind of realized like Rigger might be a little unstable. She doesn't really know the sledgehammer lady, so she's like, yeah.
and this is effectively the post-apocalyptic version of breaking up with someone via text.
Exactly. Like she needs to make sure like she gets the point across.
Yeah, so you all, I think you four are walking through town, seeing like, people are milling about, heading towards the place where Jakabaka lives because he is putting on a public execution, and that is something to do. But that is when you all see Webb with Want and Must with them. So yeah, I have glommed you all together. Does Vika have anything to say about her friend whose other friends came on too strong today?
Um, I don't know. Does she know that the people who broke in were from Webb's cult?
Oh yeah, you knew them.
Okay. Yeah, she'll kind of pick, oh, Webb, darling, so good to see you do the whole like air kiss on each cheek, whether Webb wants to or not.
No, yeah, I do.
Mm-hmm. And I think says something like, you have some of the most adventurous friends of yours. I got to meet one of them today. Seems like a nice fellow, just a little excitable sometimes.
Oh yes, Grant, tragically stupid. But don't worry, I disciplined him myself.
Oh, good. I appreciate that. You always know how to take care of me.
Oh, I always do, dear.
And I think like she'll take a moment because I have some friendship charms that I'm gonna give out before things get too hairy. And I think she takes a moment and who is it? Julia that's in love with her, like she gives one to her. And there's a moment of like, oh, she likes me, and then it's shattered when she goes to the next person and gives them a friendship charm and like goes around. And she's like, it's a tradition in the houses that I was trained in that like when your champions ride into battle for you, you give them a favor. So I want you all to have this, so that we'll fight stronger as a team.
Webb, this is the first time you've heard of a fight.
Oh yeah.
I mean, must we bring things to violence, perhaps?
Yes. Yes, we must.
I know your feelings on violence, Rigger.
I see no reason to disagree with Rigger.
Mortis,
He is a brute that plans on abducting Vika, and this will not stand.
Mortis thinks things will get pretty bad, Webb. I think you might want to sit this out, Webb. It is oof. too lonely a place already to lose you and your great raves. Yes.
Uh, I think, yeah, Webb looks between you all, and if we could avoid the killing until 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 I've exactly worked out what's going on here, that would be helpful.
We'll see what we can do, but it sounds like it's either a killing or a wedding, and I will not be tied down.
It will be a killing, and it would be a shame to lose you, Webb. Or I look at like Wanted Must. Webb's friends?
Other people?
If they're friends of Webb.
I would say Rigger seems to be quite intent on killing Jakabaka. Do you need to maybe manipulate Rigger into staying her hand, Webb?
Oh, that may be the case. I guess that's, yeah. Let me mark XP because I am rolling with weird for manipulate. And that is an 8. And on an 8, I believe I choose 1.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't, I'm gonna say I'm going to unmark your hard before if you don't like give me this opportunity to talk with Jakabaka first.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna be like, Mortis won't be happy, but if this is what you want, Webb, and I'm just gonna like place a hand on your shoulder, like, all right, I will wait. I will wait for you, Webb.
Yeah, and that's wonderful, dear. And yeah, I think that Webb like walks up to whatever this execution is taking place. What's going on?
As you all arrive, this is a very I think this building was an old manor of some kind. Like what was a McMansion now is excellent old glory. And outside there is a hanging a place to hang people. And the now ex-wife of Jakabaka is being led up to is I think standing with the noose around her neck. She is looking out at the crowd defiantly, and
Jakabaka, must all your marriages end this way?
and oh, I think he was like whispering something to her when you call out to him, and he looks over. He looks over with the kind of look of like he has no idea why this is a problem. Is this not entertaining? Should I have a firing squad instead? What? And he's, should I have held a poll?
Oh, yeah, I think that Webb kind of strolls up with my friends behind me, and Jaka, you cannot sorry, continue to simply sorry, I'm just for some reason I'm just blanking. But yeah, I think that I say like Jaka, you can simply continue this gauche display. It doesn't endear you to anyone, not to me or not to these people.
Ooh, are you manipulating him?
Yeah.
Okay. Try and make him see the reason of non-murder.
That's an 8.
Hmm.
I mean, I'm yeah, go ahead.
Oh, and I think he's looking around, and then he notices Vika, and his eyes go wide. Oh, of course. I should not kill my ex in front of my newest bride to be. That is gauche. Please, he looks over at one of his guards. Go blindfold her.
Oh, but surely I think that, yeah, that at this point Webb is getting a bit fed up here. But surely you do know that it is tradition for someone to accompany the bride to your side. Aren't you familiar with the practice?
Are you saying the old ways of the flavor of love are not how one reacts to weddings?
Oh, it's simply that isn't this your tradition, Vika? That someone such as Rigger must accompany you up beside you to give you away to the groom.
There's a moment of like, what the hell? Yes, that is the traditions of my people. Long and storied they are.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
gonna-
Go ahead.
I kind of vigorously clap Vika on the back, like, yes, I must escort Vika to the marriage
gallows?
Mm.
The gallows?
place. The marriage gallows.
Marriage, it's all the rage.
Mhm.
I think Jack is like, I cannot get married until my current wife lays limp in a pallet in death's arms.
Oh, well, surely Vika should be the one to do the honors.
Says who?
Like, I'm trying to keep this woman alive.
Yeah,
is what
no. That's what I'm saying. Why not have? I'm sorry, aren't you a man of means? Would not having more wives mean more power?
Are you offering
Us-
yourself?
Yes. But she has to stay alive for this to
Of
for this to
course, the
be
power of
arranged.
3. The maiden, the mother, and the crone.
Wait, which one's
Who are you calling?
Wait.
Yes, you and the mask. Bring them both up.
Vika's just kind of looking around like, help.
Yeah, Forsythia is looking completely uncomfortable at this. Just like, do I accompany her? Like pointing at Julia.
It's not my ways.
I
If you
hiss,
like.
I hiss to Webb. Can't I just kill him?
I could just do that in his
You
sleep.
need to get close.
But once I'm close, I can do it, right?
Yes, we've talked. You've held up your end.
Yeah.
All
so,
right.
Rigger, you are the first one up the stairs, leading Vika by the hand. Jack has his back turned to you, pulling the noose off of his current wife. What do you do?
As we walk up, I'm gonna whisper to Vika, all right, this may be scary, but I have a plan. I'm going to kill Jackabacca, and then you can do whatever you want.
It's not much of a plan, but I love it.
Vika's just like, darling, you're always scary. I can work with that plan.
Julia's like, yeah, if I marry him, I could just kill him whenever I want. So
Yeah, so are you, I think you're suckering Jacka since you're doing this from behind.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, you can miss, so please roll a plus hard with your +1 from your mask.
Right. 4 plus my heart of 2 plus my mask, that gets up to a 7.
Ooh. Yeah, so, that means that is technically a go aggro roll with,
they have no choice to cave to do what you want. If you couldn't wait, when you attack someone unsuspecting or helpless.
so, he,
Oh no! It says
Hey.
if you couldn't miss, you simply inflict harm as established.
but
right?
if you could, Tria's going at, but your victim has no choice but to cave and do what you want. So yeah, you go from behind. He caves and gives you his back. How much? Your sword is 3 harm messy, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you cut into him. There is a rip as you wrench your blade out. Blood and gore sprays forward. Web, you are drenched in Jakabaka's essence as he falls to the ground. The guards look up in shock, and his as he is as
my
he's falling,
fiance.
his ex is falling. His ex-wife spits on him.
So much for the wedding.
The guards start raising crossbows, but are looking very confused at what to do.
Who do you work for now? As I
Yeah.
ask the guards.
They all look at the woman in the noose.
I believe these are your lands now, right, Madame? Mademoiselle?
Would you it's
Yeah, like cut that noose off.
Yeah, cut the noose
and cut the bindings.
She wipes off. I believe it's Miss now, and she kicks Jakabaka's body off the gallows.
Mademoiselle.
The guards start looking really confused, and she looks around like, I know which of you were loyal. They will be the ones that keep their jobs. And I think a few people start trading crossbow bolts. There is a bit of a scene, but
I'll make sure she's protected. Get her out of possible fire. Line of fire.
I think like it's more like the guards that are loyal to her taking out the guards that are not.
Okay.
And like after like this scene of like the widow-esque violence, like a single drop of blood landing on her cheek, and she just wipes it clear. The lands have changed. And she looks at I think all of
I would have looked to Webb. It's like, looks like we couldn't avoid killing him. We tried. You tried. I don't think Rigger tried.
Oh, I know. I
wasn't gonna try.
Oh, sometimes. Oh, sometimes idiots make it unavoidable.
We.
I think the new Baroness looks at you all, and I think someone's coming up like with a robe for her, putting it on her. Could I invite you for dinner as a thank you?
Oh, a party.
That sounds lovely.
See, no reason to decline.
Sounds great.
Of course.
Yes, and then as the scene wipe, and everyone, I think we see like Webb coming out of like this bathroom in the manor, like, cleaned up from Jakabaka's remains. And like this is just like, again, if you've seen Into the Badlands and inside Quinn's Manor, this is just that, like, just different pieces of elder lore of the world. Like there probably is like like dice sets from different things, like a Tandy Whiz Kid comic from the olden days, kind of things, and just all manner of what we would consider classy artifacts mixing with regular stuff. But I think as a Webb, you're walking through the manor, just the sounds of the party are going on. And did you call for the rest of your followers to join you at this party?
I mean, if she's offering to host.
Yeah, that's when you will notice that from the strip mall, 3 of your followers have disappeared. Grant says they just walked off afterwards.
And did anyone else see this happen other than Grant?
Most of them, like others, said they did. They did walk off, but for the like, all you will get is that one of your followers saw like Grant had talked to one of them. But other than that, they don't know anything. Just seemed that they got tired of it. Maybe they went for more drugs.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, if Grant's here telling me this, I feel like I'm reading a person even though I'm not good at it.
That's fair.
But that is an 8, so let's see, I hold 1. What does your character intend to do? Because I'm pretty certain he's not telling me the whole truth, but I want to know what he's planning here.
He intends to become. He intends to take your position.
Oh, poor. This is just in my head. I'm not saying it out loud just yet. Poor, stupid Grant. Tragically stupid Grant.
Could we overhear this discussion?
Oh yeah, if I think Webb had been sent off to like the bathroom to get cleaned up. But if any of you were like walk, I think like the manor is open to you to like walk the halls and see what you want. So you can be here if you'd like.
Oh, my dear Rigger, I'm so glad that we've run into each other. You see, I have certain needs of your unique skills.
Always happy to help, Webb. What do you need?
And I kind of hand over a pouch of bullets, because we said like bullets are the kind of main currency in this world, right?
They're one of them. Like others like spices and books.
Yeah, like a pouch of bullets, and I am paying you 1 barter to get an immediate 10 plus. I'm going to need you to get Grant somewhere quiet and then smack him about a bit and hold him there for me to see him.
And you're talking to Grant now, right?
No, this is this is like afterwards, after
Oh,
talking
okay.
to Grant.
Okay, like absolutely, yes. And you need him alive for the talking, yes?
Yes, I prefer it, but I would not be overly put out if he was not.
Consider it done.
Yes. So, and this was a 10 plus, so you also mark XP if you if you go through with it.
Yeah,
And also add 1 barter to your character.
yep.
All right.
Yeah, and I want to give a chance. Oh, go ahead.
So yeah, I wanted like chatting at the dinner party with the widow Baka. We don't have a name for her yet, so I was like,
I kind of like the Widow Baka.
all right, Mademoiselle. What are your plans going forward? How will the other barons treat or look upon your new rise to power? Do you think that you'll be able to keep a hold of what your idiot of an ex accomplished?
Some of them will look kindly upon me. I know which ones showed me favors and did not show my husband any love. I'm certain the one out of Tenpenny Fields will not be happy. Jacka did enjoy his opium after all. But
I think I'm trying to read a person.
yeah, feel free.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know. That's 5, so.
Mm.
Sharp 0. Want to miss? Ask one anyway, but be prepared for the word. No, that's Rita Sitch. No, it's the same
Still the
thing.
same thing, yeah.
Yeah, just different questions. Is your character telling the truth?
The extent of her knowledge, yeah.
Yep.
I think she pulls out a map and she shows like the 3 barons that would have her side. The only problem is they're the 3 most distant barons from this barony.
Hmm. That's you have a bit of a problem there.
I do. And I believe I may have a solution. And she, I think she slides this first edition copy of the 3 Musketeers your way as a style of barter.
Well, I can't deny that. It's like, how dare you read me so easily?
And, I would be remiss if I did not ask the services of someone obviously so skilled. You don't have a blade like that and keep it if you can't use it.
This is true.
If you were to
But what do you
stay-
desire? Just a blade? Or just a bodyguard? Or more?
I would desire an
As I
assassin.
reach up and I do like the brush the hair past your ear.
I think I would like a bodyguard, an assistant, an assassin, whatever you can do.
I'm capable of many things.
And I am capable of great generosity. You've already saved my life. If you keep this up, well, 4 life debts would cinch your the rest of your life in whatever luxury you wanted, and empty barren seats need filled.
I think this is the start of a quite beneficial partnership.
I think like that's when like she puts down like this.
As I want to take her hand and do like the French kiss the back of it thing.
Yes.
'Cause I do want to try to turn her on. I want
You
to try
want
to
to try to
seduce
seduce
her.
her?
Of
Yeah.
course, I've got hot mark highlighted.
do it.
Haven't rolled it, so fingers crossed. Oh fuck!
What'd you get?
Got snake eyes on the dice. So
No, I was saying, does that friendship charm finally come in handy with the help? But no.
what's the friendship charm do?
It lets you help someone from a distance.
Okay, Vika.
But no, I think she looks down.
Oh,
at
it's
your,
way too low, right? Yeah, it
Yeah.
can't be helped.
She looks down. She's like, and she smiles. If I had not just had my life threatened, you could be a great balm. Maybe one day. And it's not a no, but like
Well, of course, it's
but-
maybe some like things are tense right now.
like let's take a definite rain check. But
It was a
definite.
miss. It was a polite, it's not you, it's me.
It's not you. It's the fact that my husband just tried to claim my life a few minutes ago.
We've all got our shit.
And but Vika, as this conversation has been going on, do you want to have maybe been putting on a entire tea ceremony for everyone at this party
Oh,
and roll
yeah.
artful and gracious?
Yeah. Yeah, so when I perform my chosen art, roll plus hot. Oh God, another snake eyes.
Oh damn! Well, you just luckily for you, that just means you do very well and get no benefits on that
See,
move.
all of your Apocalypse World games are cursed ferret.
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean, lots of people do very well. It's just that last game of yours was terrible.
Uh,
Yeah, last time I think Steven rolled 110 in 4 sessions.
Oh,
Jesus.
Okay,
Lots of misses though.
yeah,
Lots of misses.
like it was almost entirely misses, but
A lot of stuff happens then, so
yeah,
that's
the,
always good.
the tea ceremony happens. I think. Oh, we need to give. How about like a close to Widow Baka, but Widow Bach to give her a bit more class.
She changes it to a CH.
Yes, like and like you see her like burning Chewbacca memorabilia from her husband's collection. Yeah, she is. She's going off. She now has this stylized dagger at her hip at all times to make sure she feels safe, and will she's excusing herself for the moment to go check on other things for the party. And I think like outside there is a great bonfire of the guards who were against her. But yeah, do you want anything else out of this scene?
I want to reconnect with Vika at some point.
Yeah, I mean, Vika is just finishing up a tea
Yep.
ceremony. It's a perfect time.
Mm-hmm. All right. Vika, I mean, obviously, we've had a busy day, but I still look forward to your performance, if that's still being offered.
Oh, of course. Yeah, there are some numbers. I'm not sure any pieces that would be fitting for becoming a fiance, and then widow doesn't seem appropriate in this situation, but I'm sure I could come up with a performance for you.
I very much look forward to that. Hey, here's a room.
Of course, yes. And she'll kind of grab her, like one of her musical instruments. Yeah, I imagine it's like a strings number, like that turns down for what, or like Lil Jon. And I kind of want to try doing the hypnotic.
Yeah, I was like, you've got 2 moves that you could
Yeah.
easily do to me, so
Yep.
let's get that. Go for that.
Let's get hypnotic going.
Or even, would you consider this triggering our special moves? Because I think it's
Well,
like if we spend intimate time.
It would just cancel your special move. You can trigger your special moves after it, but let's do
Yeah,
hypnotic first so you get
Yeah.
it.
Okay. So hypnotic, I roll.
Yeah, but they don't know
7.
that yet. Their character doesn't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 9 total. So hold 2.
Oh yeah.
So I think I hold 2, and you can spend it 1 for 1 to. I think.
I think
You
with
spend it on me, I believe.
Yeah, with PC
Oh,
it's
okay.
different. Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh yeah, duh.
For
For PCs, let me separate them for you. That way you
Oh.
can.
Perfect.
For
For PCs,
PCs, instead, anytime.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you got to mark those hold later because they just stay until you spend them, or
Yep.
until I do things to make them go away.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can Vika, you can spend the hold to whenever you want to make Julia act under fire or give her a +1, and you are not limited on these. You could give her like a +2 to 1 roll if you would like.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
Okay, perfect.
And now you can trigger your special moves after that beautiful musical interlude.
Yes. And now, so my special move is I take +1 forward, and so do you. I take +1 forward, you take -1.
Well, the thing is,
I
your
choose.
move is amazing, but
Yeah, you
Oh.
choose one.
Oh, but you negate mine.
Yeah,
yeah,
but like that's the thing. Like this is Vika just realizing this. Like because
Mhm.
like I'm great when I have sex with people,
Yeah.
and then I'm like, oh that was wonderful. I'll see you around.
I think if anything, like to seeing it as like you must give me something worth at least 1 barter. She's kind of like holding up one of your clothing items to see how it would look on her, and you just kind of like grab it out of her hands and put it on.
Oh yeah, if you, I'd love to play off that. Like you're holding up like I've got like this fancy like what is it called
Collar?
the cat bow type thing
Yeah.
like the
Oh.
cat bow.
Mhm.
I'm like that looks really good on you. As I like take it off and tie it around myself,
And her
and then
like
like I'll just like kiss you on the cheek before leaving the room.
and she's just kind of sitting there like that normally works.
Yeah, so let's cut to Rigger. Have you you've come across Grant now?
Actually, I wanted to have a quick scene with the Widow Bach, if possible.
Oh yeah, you can find the Widow Bach walking off to check on the rest of the party, and yeah, do you just run into her in the hall on her? I think she'll have 2 guards with her though.
Yeah, I think I'll run into her, and because it's a party and I'm not a complete barbarian, I left my sword at the door or wherever. Coat check.
I mean, you're the one who killed her husband. If anyone can keep their sword on them, you can.
Fair enough. I think I still left it just to be polite, and I'll just be like, Widow Bach, I'm not sure if you knew, but I knew your husband once. He was not a kind man, and I think I'm gonna take the mask off.
She doesn't flinch.
And he was not a good leader either. I think he was bad for his barony, and I need to know, will you be better? And I want to try to like open my brain to see if I can get a hint about how she'll lead, if possible.
Go ahead.
Okay, a 10. So even with my -1 for having my mask off, that cancels off with the +1 weird, and I get just a 10.
Let me okay, yeah. So I think like what happened, like she walks up to you and puts her hand on your face and will like I think follow the horrific scarring on it or however like your face is done, and you see a tear fall from her eye, and like that's when the you hear her speak, but all that comes out is the dust of the witch winds that just howls yes in your ears. And when you put the mask back on, you can like hear her voice, and I think it comes to like the wind howling yes immediately dissipates when the mask is put back on, and you can hear her voice as she like snaps to the ending of like what Jacobacca had done to her in like the same manners.
I think, yeah, Rigger, I'm gonna take a moment to sort of gather myself and then just force out like Widow Bach, you will be good for this barony, and if you need anything ever, just say the word and I will see it done. Thank you.
And I think like one of the guards like looks really upset from your physically ill from seeing your face. The other one is kind of more is paler but still looking like ready to do something like at a moment's notice. Well, ooh, yeah, I think the Widow Bach takes her dagger off her hip, and she doesn't take it out of the sheath, but she takes the sheath and the dagger off completely and hands it to you. A warrior who knows the beauty of violence deserves a beautiful weapon. Use this in my name, and that's all I will ask of you.
Rigger is just kind of shocked and we'll just hold her to her chest. It's just like a thank you.
Yeah, I think like to differentiate this from Julia's rose sword. Like I think the pommel of this just has a gem at the end, like sort of common kind of like flat end made of like copper with a gem on each side. but it is a 2-harm AP valuable dagger. Hand range.
And does this count as a moment of intimacy for my special move?
Oh, it definitely does.
Okay. Then I hold one, and if the Widowbach ever gets into shit, either I or her can spend the hold, and I will be there.
Okay, mark that down. Well, I'll mark it down too, because I think, yeah, just so we know. But yeah, and I think she's touching her shoulder in a way that you can probably see, like he didn't want her scars to be visible, or like whatever marks he left on her to be visible, and she will nod knowingly to you and just I think there's like a weak but genuine smile on her face as she marches on to check with the rest of the party.
All right.
And now, do you want to run into Grant?
I think so, yeah, because Webb did ask me to take care of him.
Yeah, and Grant is breaking the rules. He is chugging champagne.
You know what? I'm not even gonna say anything. I'm just gonna like walk up and just sucker punch him, I guess. Just try to grab him and drag him off.
Okay, I think you are acting under fire to just drag him off. And because I think like seizing by force is always violent, which this is violent, but
Got a 5. And if it's under fire, then it's +0, so it's just a 5.
yeah. Though you do have the friendship bracelet on, there could be a attempt to help. Though I don't know if you want to, Vika.
Yeah, I'm trying to think how it could be like framed in the scene. I think if anything, as like he's chugging the champagne, part of her kind of like tea ceremony duties is kind of going around serving champagne and like having little moments of conversation with people. So she's trying to distract him by like, oh, let me refill your glass, and then like,
oh, you're doing this with the friendship charm. You don't have to be in the scenes. Like it could be like he just sees the charm and like remembers how he fucked with you, and like that's like, oh shit, it's coming to bite me on the ass.
Oh, gotcha. She doesn't even have to be present at a distance. I like that. Yeah. So, ooh, that's not good.
Yeah, just roll a history.
With rigor, so that is a 5.
Oh, so you get dragged into it.
Yeah.
And I think as Rigger reaches for Grant, he backs up, slams into the table, and as I think Julia's coming out of the room now. Julia, your favorite tea set that Vika has shatters to the floor as Grant knocks it to the ground.
Unforgivable. This guy again?
Yep.
I just, it's like, and I just like level it right at him. Do you know nothing?
She has more. What matters with a whore who pours tea?
Oh, then I just go straight. I just stab him.
Yeah. You are suckering. You can't miss, so deal 2 harm.
Yep.
He looks really shocked for a moment. Ow! And he doesn't know whether to fall back, fall forward. He stands very still as you have like just shoved it. And he is afraid to fall, but his knees are going weak. What do you do?
I guess I'll twist the blade. Like
he falls.
Like, is he dead? Is my question. If he's dead, I'll just like kick him off.
No,
Unless
dead.
If there's a balcony, I'll totally kick him off the balcony.
You can kick him over the table right now.
I don't want to cause a mess, a bigger mess than the Blood Bowl caused. So,
Julia, please do not kill him. Not yet, at least. He has a purpose yet.
Did you not hear what he just referred to Vika as?
And I will see him dead for that, but not quite yet.
Very well. As like I'll yank the blade out and then just like slam him the pommel right in his the side of his head.
He goes down and like he's holding his neck, trying to keep as much blood in as he can, and I think one like he like reaches for one of those cloth napkins and ties it around his neck. Yeah, yeah, Rigger, you can drag him off if you would like.
Uh,
This guy.
yeah, I think I'll just sort of sling him over my shoulder and just be like, sorry for interrupting your evenings. Really bad luck with your tea ceremonies. I'm very sorry about that. Goodbye. And then just kind of hustle off.
Yeah. So yeah, and Vika, you come out and you see your first ever tea set has been shattered.
And I think like Julia thought it was a lot more cherished than it was. Because I kind of imagine she comes out, looks around, like, oh, has anyone seen my tea set? And one of the servants just kind of shrugs and she's just like, okay. And then sees it and it's like, oh, that's too bad. And then brushes it up, puts it in the garbage, just kind of like gives it to someone to throw away, moves on about her day.
Clean off the blade.
Yeah. And so, Webb, do you want to meet with Grant and Rigger outside?
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. So when you find them, Grant has a very bloodied bandit, well, napkin around his neck, and is not looking good.
Poor, tragically stupid Grant. And I do say it out loud this time. Where did you send the other members of our little scene? Because I'm sure my friend Rigger here can always do more to you.
Really can.
And he coughs and smiles. Send him down Tenpenny Way.
Does that mean anything to me?
That is the nearest barony. That send him to. Send Jacobacca some marriage gifts.
What do you mean by marriage gifts?
Oh, you can tell that he is. He meant that he went to tell, like he sent them off to go tell the other Baron that Jacobacca was
Oh,
getting married to send someone's dying. Send your regards. They're going to be coming into this barony to find Widow Bach is now ruling it.
okay. Well, this is going to be a problem. Rigger, do what you want. I am going to have to go see the Widow Bach.
I just start strangling him. Just right there.
It doesn't take much. It was pre-softened.
Yeah.
And I like to imagine like Webb's like walking in and just like there's like this shadow of Rigger just like slamming him against the wall over and over again. Yeah, so Grant is no longer a threat. Grant is no longer anything. And I think let's take another break until 3:10 and then get like the final scenes in and see where we go from here. Thank you, everyone. Okay. So I believe that Webb was off to see the wonderful Widow Baka or Widow Bach. Yeah, you. I think you will find her in the kitchen itself, where some nice luxury foods are being cooked up. I think there's actual dairy products being used, and just nice signs of luxury beyond just staple food. And she's checking things out, and will turn and notice you and give an appreciating or uh, approving nod.
Regretfully, I had hoped to simply come here to congratulate you on your ascending to the throne, but it seems that your husband's poor decision-making skills are going to hunt us even in death.
Oh, I am I am intrigued and worried. Please elaborate.
It appears that someone has managed to, I don't really need to explain, it was part of my group. Someone has managed to send off a message to one of the surrounding baronies to let him know about his new wedding, to let them know about your late husband's new wedding. And they are likely going to arrive to discover that your late husband is no longer here.
Oh, this is a bit more forth. This is coming on faster than I had hoped. I I had hoped to have more time.
We usually hope for more time, but we rarely get it.
She'll look about, and so I think the guards have been cut in half from this coup. The I'll need. Do you know how long we have?
Do I?
Knowing, I think probably from like the around the time they were there, the fact that they probably will be looking for drugs once they get there. You figure you have like a week, 2 weeks.
About a week or two, I should think, in which we have to get things prepared here, or else after that, I think that we'll either make our stand or be offered up for sacrifice.
This might be able to work. I I have an idea. I just need time to be bought. You're good with people, are you not?
Oh, yes, I'm wonderful with people.
If you could go through town and I know some are loyal to me. If you could make sure those who are loyal to my husband are either more inclined to be loyal to me or deposed, that would be appreciated.
Yes, I can do that.
Okay. And I think she will, hmm. She is going to, pass you I think a small, collection of herbs for one barter. These are like spicing and medical herbs. Like you can either spice your meals or put them in your wounds so you don't get infected.
Right. Okay.
Like, in case anything should happen, be it a good meal or a good escape.
Of course.
think she does seem to be sweating a bit more now with worry, even though she is acting calm. And I think
Your husband was an idiot, and it took him several ex-wives for him to be deposed. I'm sure if you had even the slightest bit of sense, you'll do better. You'll last longer than him.
she actually does laugh at that. Well, I did marry him. That is a strike against me.
Yes, but when the last wife is hanging from the noose, one can hardly say no.
And she shakes her head and do you want anything more out of this?
No, I simply would prefer that my little slice of the apocalypse uh isn't laid to waste.
Okay, so let's move on to the I think we'll like all gather back up in the grand dining hall with dinner fully served for everyone. Though I am curious, Rigger, are you going to be eating? Because you would need to remove your mask to do so.
You know what? No, I think I'm keeping the mask on and just sitting there without eating very awkwardly.
Just like put a straw under your mask and stick it in the soup. Slurp loudly.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, the dinner is again like I imagine sort of like 5-star restaurant style affairs of food. I think Julia, you have eaten like this before. Vika, you definitely have. I don't think any of the others have. And I think Vika's the only one who's probably used to it.
Yeah, she's probably telling people like, start from the outside silverware, work your way in.
Yeah, like,
Put that down. You don't use that yet.
You don't use that for a salad? What's wrong with you?
Yeah. And then a look of horror as she sees Rigger with a straw, and she's just like, oh God, no.
It's a crazy straw. No! Everything is wrong. And that's when, as you all are eating, Widow Bach will take a stand and start announcing, like, my husband's passing is going to be a boon for this land with me at the helm now. I need strong, able-bodied people helping me with this conquest, this change of leadership. I think there can be a place where barons are not unilateral decision makers, but work for the people they care under them. And for that, I need help. If you are willing to help me, anyone in this room, this manor has too much space for me. I am opening it up to anyone who wishes to stand by my side. If I cannot make us all equal, but I can make us closer than we are now.
Hear, hear! Like, yeah, Rigger's gonna start like applauding, like right at her seat.
Yeah. I think Vika will like raise her wine glass in agreement.
I've already agreed to work with her earlier, so.
Yeah.
And with everyone under her aegis, the party will. I'll just give this scene plus party. So it is wild, raucous, and wonderful, and everyone is. I don't think there's any mechanical benefits for plus party, except I mean, you're inebriated and having fun. Get like +1 forward to any hot rolls. Yeah, I think like that will like for the like final bit of. I think we've set up a good bit for the session 0.5. I think this can be the final scene if we're all okay with that, and like start setting up with what happens down the road next time. If we're
Sure.
okay, so let's do end of session stuff. So with end of session, we decide how much we have grown together or apart, and with by upgrading and adjusting history. So Webb, does anyone know you better?
Yeah, I think probably Rigger does.
Okay, so Rigger, your history with Webb goes up +1, which since yours is at 3, that means it resets to 1 and you mark experience.
All right.
And I will say, Rigger, you may want to be looking into the Gunlugger's move not to be fucked with coming up, since I noticed you had advanced. So yeah, Rigger, who knows you better?
I think it's Julia. Like, I feel like if we interacted a fair amount, you've seen me, you know, acting a few times.
Okay, so Julia, your history resets to 1, and you mark experience. And so yeah, up next, Vika, who knows you better?
I think Julia also, because we had that moment of intimacy.
Julia, your history resets to 1, and you mark another experience. And oh, Julia, you rolled a cool in the middle of this. You should be at 3 experience. That should level you up. You rolled a cool twice in this session and hot once. You should have 3 experience. You're muted.
Are you talking about when I went aggro the second time? Because I didn't
Yeah.
roll for that.
No,
Remember?
there was you rolled aggro once, and I remember you had to keep your cool once too, I think.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
I don't remember, but I'll trust you. So, okay. All right, then I know what move I want. That move where
And
I do 2 things.
who knows you better?
Julia probably. She's like,
Vika, you
oh
mean?
wait, this woman's in love with me, but really, I cannot manipulate her that well.
So you mean Vika?
Yes, I'm sorry. Did I say my own name?
Yes. Narcissist.
I mean, fair.
So yeah, Vika, your history with Julia goes up by 1.
Okay.
And okay, with that, I will stop the recording, and we can do stars and wishes.